Hey guys, my name is Romina Erminy and today I'm going to share my story. A lot of people have been asking me, how are you holding up during these difficult times? How are you holding up during social distancing? Either it was a friend just asking to see how I'm doing, or either it was someone that I didn't even know and they were asking for advice. At the beginning, it was really hard. It was hard to find motivation because these are very uncertain times. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know if I was going to be able to pursue my dream career, if I was going to be able to pursue my dreams, because the whole world stopped. So after a while of giving it some thought, I decided to see it in a different way, to see it as a time of self-discovery. I saw it as a time to work on myself. Since everything stopped and we had to be away and separated from everyone, we had to practice social distancing, which means we had to separate ourselves from the whole world. We had to separate ourselves from other people. We had to just stay in our homes with just ourselves. I know for a lot of you may be hard to spend time with yourselves, and luckily for me, it's never been hard to be just on my own because I'm an only child. I've just grown like that. I've always played on my own. I've always created on my own. I'm okay with being on my own. However, I do know for a lot of people it is hard to spend time with themselves, and I respect that, but I do think that it's very important to be okay with yourselves, to be able to be in a room just on your own, to be able to enjoy that, to be able to enjoy yourself, to be able to discover yourself, to be able to look into yourself, explore that, and explode that at the same time. I can be in a room just by myself and create for hours. But something that I've struggled my whole life with is actually enjoying myself to the fullest, actually loving myself, actually giving value to myself. Since I was a young teenager, I've always struggled with liking myself, actually loving my body. I think this is something that society puts on ourselves. This is something that we don't really talk about as often. We know that happens, but we don't really talk about it, and I really wanted to share my story with you. Since I was a young teenager, I struggled with anorexia, and I've even thought about becoming bulimic. This is something that I never actually did, but was always in the back of my mind. Well, since I'm a dancer, there's a lot of pressure put on ourselves to looking the skinniest as possible, looking the longest, looking beautiful, elongated, magical. We have this prototype that we all want to look like. But this had a huge influence into my thinking. Also, some people that I used to talk to back then also didn't help much. But I do think that mainly was that pressure that I put on myself. My whole life, I had a purpose of helping others, and I still do have that purpose of spreading love, positivity, and just help everyone and anyone that I can. We all heard that phrase, if we want to make a change, we have to start with ourselves. I did take that phrase into consideration my whole life in terms of I wanted to help others, so I started that movement. I did not wait for anyone else to help others. If I had to do it on my own, I did. And most of the time I did. However, I didn't put into practice that phrase in terms of looking into myself and actually having kind of self-therapy, putting my thoughts in order, working on my thoughts of myself, liking myself and improving that about me. I would always put it away. I would say, oh, I'll work on that later. Oh, that doesn't really matter right now. I can keep going without improving that about myself. I had to help others. I never really cared about improving myself and helping myself. I always only cared about helping others. This time, I kind of used it as self-therapy and work on my thoughts, on improving that about me. I used this time as isolation from the world, isolation from looking at myself in the mirror 24/7, because that's what a dancer does. We are staring at ourselves in a mirror for the most part of the day. That can be kind of challenging and hard on ourselves because we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. We are always hating on ourselves, hating on our bodies, and that it's really not healthy. It's not only not healthy, but also it reflects when we're dancing, when we're expressing ourselves. We cannot fully enjoy what we're doing because we always have these negative thoughts in the back of our minds. Yeah, this time was kind of self-therapy for me. I decided to little by little make some changes in order to improve myself, improve my thoughts. And I started by writing something positive every day, and that really helped. That sounds like nothing, but it really made me start my day with some happy thoughts. Instead of thinking, today I feel so fat, oh my god, I could have done so much better yesterday. Also, something that really helped me was to start thinking that there's always room for improvement in anything and everything that you do. You have to learn to be happy with where you are at the moment, with your improvement, with your progress. You have to enjoy the progress. You have to enjoy and embrace the process. So you have to learn to not hold onto anything because, again, nothing lasts forever. We're submerged in this world of social media, especially right now that we're all on our phones and we cannot see each other face to face. It doesn't matter how many people like your posts or anything, because we may not be able to change the world, but we can change someone's world. And that's something very important to keep in mind because, for example, my motivational quotes that I sometimes share with you guys or my workout videos, maybe some of you are annoyed and are tired of it by now, but I've had some people reach out to me saying that they really appreciate me sharing that because that keeps them motivated and helps them get through their day. And even though this may be just a couple of people, that really made me happy, that really changed my day. If I can make someone's day a little brighter, I don't mind if this was only one person or if this was millions of people. Yes, I would love to be able to reach out to millions of people, but as long as I can make one person's day a little brighter, that's enough for me. I have helped someone. That really makes my whole day and purpose worth it. Also, another question that has been brought to me was, do you regret something? Honestly, I do not regret anything at all because that has shaped me. All of these made me who I am today. So no, I don't regret anything because it was a learning process. We learned from our mistakes, from our experiences, from anything and everything that we want to. You can take it or you can throw it away. You can take it and assimilate it and learn from it as a way of improvement, or you just regret it and turn it into negative thoughts. When I was little, I used to do gymnastics and my teachers would get so mad at me because I was not flexible at all. They stretched me a lot and I was not flexible. They got really frustrated because apparently when you're a child, you're supposed to be more flexible and easily stretched, but I was not. It was a huge struggle for me. I still struggle with flexibility. However, I do appreciate the process. Today I look back and 2 years ago, I was not able to lift my leg more than 90 degrees. Yeah, it's crazy. Just look back and appreciate. Also, I was not able to even do a split 2 years ago. I was not able to do a split on the floor. I invite you to look back, enjoy the process, appreciate yourselves, and start loving yourself because nothing is set, nothing lasts forever. So enjoy and appreciate where you are today, where you are right now, who you are right now, and just embrace the process. There is always room for improvement, and that's what makes life interesting and beautiful. Just set your goals, follow your dreams, follow your heart, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday.